do you like your new, almost done training room? Okay, good. This is great, huh? I think between Rob, between Vicky and everybody, they came up with a great concept. Well, welcome to 2016 Vision Speech. I've been doing this for the last 11 years. And I look at the data, and I get this data, by the way, the national data, we get it from Keller Williams International. The local data, that's what Iman gets this data from local level. So she has a lot to do with this information that I'm about to share with you today. Why vision is so important. Looking at the past, it kind of gives us a direction of what the future looks like, right? And how important vision is. And I'm going to give you an example. A few months ago, we had an award ceremony, and it was at the country club. 150 realtors went there. I went there with Mark Chappell. On our way to the country club, I saw this house on the left-hand side as I was driving in. I think it's on Country Club Drive. And it's very beat up. And I asked Mark, I said, man, this house is really in bad shape. I wonder who owns it. And let's find out. And he says, well, on our way back, we'll look at it. On our way back, we looked at it, we peeked through the window. It was very beat up. I said, find out for me who owns it. I'd like to buy it. Or we can buy it together. So he pulled the information, and the attorney owned it. And now I closed escrow on this property for $200,000.
Wow.
But this isn't what's interesting. My aha is this. 150 realtors went into that ceremony. She didn't get any calls from anybody. Why? Sometimes we see or we look, but we don't see. And I want, so many of you passed by a $25,000 or a $30,000 opportunity, right? So vision is important. What's your vision of your life? What's your vision of your future? And what tools you're going to put in place that's going to take you there? You with me? What tools and systems and what are the things that you need to do to take you to that vision? Once that's clear, you will see with much more clarity. What's worse than being blind is being able to see, but have no vision. So with that being said, this information that I'm about to share with you today is very important information. Yes, it's a little bit boring, but it's important for you to understand it. No need to take any notes. I will email you this whole presentation. So please try to just focus with me, understand it. Even after today's class, take some time and learn it. And that's what separates you from the rest. Okay? As a matter of fact, we'll take in a video, so if you decided to watch it again, you're welcome to do so. So learning it is very important because when you sit with your client, that's what makes you the expert, is by knowing your numbers, right? And I guarantee you, not I bet you, I guarantee you 99% or more of the Asian population do not have that. So take some time and learn it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to look at first at the numbers that drives the real estate in the United States. Number one, it's home sales. Number two is home prices, months of supply, and mortgage interest rates and affordability. Aren't these important numbers for any realtor to understand?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let's look at home sales on an annual basis. In 2015, it was a great year. As a matter of fact, it was the best year in real estate sales on a national level, the best year since 2007. 5.3 million homes sold in the US, right? So there was a lot of activity. So if you experienced a great year, you know that it was a great market and a lot of sales took place. Now, if we look at our local, we take that national and then we look at our local level. What did we do last year? We sold 58 homes, 5,658 homes. If we look at sides, we doubled that. So that's 11,336 homes sold in the Antelope Valley, right? So that was a great year too. It was not as great as, it's not the best year since 2007, like the national level, because as you know, in 2009, 10, 11, a lot of foreclosures came in on the market, and there was a lot of activities, and there was a lot of sales. 2009, 10, and 11, there was a lot of transactions. But it still, 2015, it beat up 2013 and 14, and we sold more houses in 2015, right? Yes. So you had a great year in 2015? Yes. I hope so, because that was a great year in sales. Now, if we look at the homes and the appreciation, the houses go up in value. 2015, it reached, I'm talking about national level now for a second, it reached the peak of the market, which was in 2006, 222,000 was the median price home in the US. That number, we hit that number in 2015. We hit the number 222,000. That is the average or median price home in the United States. But if we look since 1989, and if homes were to appreciate at 4% year over year, we should be at 250,000. You with me?
Yes.
But yet we ended the year at what? 222, right? So there's a 17% gap. If homes were to appreciate year after year at 4%, and the government, by the way, would like to see 4% appreciation, 4 to 6% appreciation in real estate, right? That's what the government would like to see. But why there is a gap, and that's the question that we ask ourselves. Do you think that the market adjusted and there is a new trend going on and it should be at that level, or we're going to catch up? I think because not everything has increased in value at 4% ratio year over year, I think there's a new trend line. So I don't foresee that the market will catch up and rise another 17% in the near future. You with me?
Yes.
And if at any time, if something I explain and you didn't get it, I'll be glad to elaborate a little bit more. So I think there is a new trend line for the real estate appreciation. Okay. Looking at the local market, we started the year in January. Median price home was at 211,000, the AV. We finished the year at what?
243.
243,000. And you could see how the market adjusted throughout the year. So what did that tell us?
That the houses are going up.
Yep, there is appreciation. The homes are going up from where we start and where we finished the year. So this is the last 3 years, and I just did this graph for you to look at it, what happened in 2013, 14 versus 15. And you could see the difference in median price home throughout these 3 years, right? So people that they bought in 2012, what happened? What happened to them?
They got equity.
They're sitting on pretty equity,
Yeah.
right? And as you guys remember, in my speech in 2011 and 12, I said this is a great opportunity for you to buy real estate, and as time goes by, that window will close, right?
Yes.
So this is important information for you to know. Okay, if we look at the monthly sold units, you could see real estate market, it's a little bit seasonal. We started January, February, it's a little bit slow, it picks up. and toward the middle of the year, and tapers down toward the end of the year. Okay, months of supply. Why is that important? Supply and demand. What's a flat market? How many months of supply to have a flat market?
6 months.
6 months. Now, if we look at a national level, it's under 5 months. So when you don't have enough inventory, what happens to the market?
Prices go up.
Prices goes up, right? So that's why last year there was a good appreciation of real estate throughout the country, and on a local level as well. So we're looking at to see how many units we have in our local market. Pending, we have 980, active 911. This is as of a few days ago. So 911 homes available on the market, but if we're selling 56 homes a year, how many months worth of inventory do we have?
Less than 2 months.
If we're selling 5,600 homes a year, how many months worth of inventory do we have?
Less than 2.
It's about 2.5 months,
Less than 2.
right? But if we add to it the pending, we have about 4 months. So what does that tell us? This data, what does it tell us?
We're the seller's market.
It's still a seller's market. And with the seller's market, what happens to prices? Prices appreciate, right? They're going up. But when it's going up at a high pace, what does that say to us? It's a little bit scary. If homes were appreciating at 4% year over year, that's the norm, that's okay, that's a steady market, that's a good market, that's a good appreciation. But when it starts appreciating at 7, 8, or 10%, sooner or later, affordability is going to become an issue, right? Okay, so homes that are in escrow, median price, 2016 at 236, and we finished the year at 224. So homes are still going up in value. And the active, I think it's a little bit high because there are some highly priced homes. I think it's a little bit high. Okay, so if we look at the median price in 2014, it was 208, right? The price per square foot was at $113 a foot. We look at 2015, the median price jumped to 224. What kind of increase is that? It's about 8%. On an average, real estate appreciated in the Antelope Valley at about 8% in 2015. Right? So if you look at 2016 and year to date, where's the prices?
234.
234. It's appreciating. Right? Yes. Now, but when it's appreciating at 8% a year, what does that mean? There is a sign. I mean, there's a flag. You got what I'm saying? Yes. The flag is coming up. Okay? So, we look at the mortgage interest rates, and this is very important. Mortgage interest rates are still hovering under 4%. What does interest rate do to affordability? It makes homes very affordable. It makes homes very affordable. So if we look historically speaking, if we look from 1972 till today, the median interest rate is 8.5%. If we take it from 1991 till today, what's the median interest rate? 6.6. Where is it today? Under 4%. Now, for every 1% increase in interest rate, what does that do to the price of the home or the monthly payment? Brings it up by how much? 10%. Well, answer. Good job. 10%. So if the interest rate was at 6.6, which is another 3 points, right? What would that do to the monthly payment?
30%.
As if you're increasing the price of the house on the cost of the monthly payment by 30%. Right? So what's making homes affordable?
Interest
Interest
rate.
rate.
Interest rate is playing a huge factor in making homes affordable. You with me?
Yes.
Okay. So the government is always looking to do what? They have to raise the interest rate because they don't want to be at 0 or now it's 0.25%. And if you remember last year, what did I say? I said there is a good chance that the government is going to raise the interest rate toward the end of the year. Being recorded. And sure enough, the third quarter, they raised the interest rate. And they were willing to raise it more had the economy been in a better shape. Right? So they raised it only one time, 0.25%. It was at 0. Now, to stimulate the economy or slow down the economy, what does the government do?
They raise and lower it.
Either they raise the interest rate or lower the interest rate. That's the only tool they have. And right now, do they have that tool? I mean, they have 0.25%, which is not much. So they don't really have that tool. So they are looking closely to raise the interest rate. But are they? Considering what's going on with the economy, that's the million-dollar question, right? If the economy continues to be anemic, they're not going to touch it. And it looks like in 2016, they're not going to play with the interest rate. They're going to keep a close eye, but I don't think they're going to increase or raise the interest rate. See, they watch it on a monthly level, and the quarter that they feel that the economy is strong enough, they will raise it. But so far, oh no. So they have not. They're not in a position to raise it. Okay. So if we look at affordability in perspective, historically speaking, the payment of the house, principal and interest, takes about 22% of the median house income. In 2015, where was it? At 15%. What does that say to us? Homes are very affordable. But again, what's making them so affordable? A great interest rate. Right? So it's 15% versus 22%, almost 22%. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So again, this is historically speaking, where was it? Where the affordability, it's at about 22%. It finished the year at 15%. And I think this is a slide that you should put in front of your customer if they're looking to buy. And you want to equip them with enough information that they can make a smart decision for themselves. Okay, so if we look at home prices in 1995 versus 2015. So a median price home was at $114,000 in 1995. At 8% interest rate, where was the monthly payment? $833. Where was the median household income? $34,000. Where is the median price home today? $222. Where is the mortgage interest rate? And the monthly payment is, how much did it increase? By a little over $200. So it's just about 20%. But where the median household income, how much did it increase? By 60%, but yet the monthly payment only increased by 20%. Now, if we change the interest rate here to 6.6%, what would happen? Affordability, or the monthly payment, would go out to up to $1,450. The monthly payment here will go to $1,450. Makes a big difference. That's principal and interest, not including taxes and insurance.
Are those today's values adjusted for inflation? The adjustments?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Any questions on that? Do you think you can share this slide with your clients? Yes. Do you think it's beneficial? Yes. Of course. Okay, good. As a matter of fact, our median price is $224, so it's not far off from this number. It's pretty close, right? So let's say prices of homes went down 10%, but yet interest rate went up to 6.6. Are they better off? No. Their monthly payment is going to be more, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the United States economy. We look at the gross domestic product.